Hi, I'm Ryan Palmer from Action Life Expeditions. I've traveled all over the place, organizing other people's adventures, and I've noticed that there's a number of mistakes people make, both small ones and large ones, that can ruin their experience, particularly in the wintertime. So today I'm here with Steph in Bush Tucka, Ottawa's premier expedition outfitter. Ottawa Canada is actually the world's coldest national capital, followed by Ulan, Bator, Mongolia, and Moscow, Russia.
Temperatures here will frequently hit -20 and occasionally -40, so the people at Bush Tucka really know cold.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about 6 pro tips today that'll allow you to dress for cold weather and even be able to enjoy it rather than...
freeze your ass off.
Yeah, rather than that. The first tip addresses the biggest mistake that most people make when they're dressing for the cold. They wear cotton. Cotton is everywhere, but for dressing for the cold, it's bad. Don't wear it.
Flannel, denim, and corduroy are all made with cotton.
You see, clothing keeps us warm by trapping air next to our body, and when cotton gets wet, all those little air pockets in the fabric get filled full of water.
And water can come from anywhere, whether it's the moisture in your sweat, the elements outside, or the unexpected.
And when cotton gets wet, it starts to draw the moisture away from your, it starts to draw the heat away from your body, making it almost better that you're not wearing anything at all. Sort of.
So much like some coworkers, there are other fabrics that you should also avoid. So what should we wear? Layers of clothing are how you keep warm in the outdoors. Inner layers will draw moisture away to outer layers, keeping the fabric that's next to the skin dry and warm.
It also makes for quick adjustments for changes in activity level and in the weather. But what makes for good layering of clothing? The key to cold weather dressing is a good base layer right next to your body to move perspiration away from your skin.
A process called wicking.
Traditionally, a base layer has been made out of merino wool, but there's synthetic fabrics that actually work better.
Most manufacturers will make them in various thicknesses so that you can change them up depending on your activity level.
Yeah, I usually go for the thinnest one because I find that it works better. But again, this is a foundation and we just kind of go from there. So that brings us to the next layer, and that's the insulation layer, or the warm layer. Now it can be made out of natural fibers such as wool, or it can be made out of synthetic fibers such as fleece, which keeps its insulation value better when it's wet.
For very cold and dry conditions, goose down is best, but it's useless when it's wet.
On a really cold day in this part of the world, what I'll wear on top of my base layer is a thin to medium weight fleece like this one. On top of that, a medium weight fleece or something similar. And on a really, really cold day, I'll wear on top of that another vest, or perhaps something slightly heavier. This gets us to our last layer, the protective layer. Its job is to protect our inner layers, or insulating layers, from wind, from snow, and from sleet.
It should be large enough to fit easily over the other layers without being restricted.
And it should also breathe to allow the perspiration to escape from inside to the outside. The problem with this, though, is that most people stop here, and there's more.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so that brings us to tip number 6, the last tip. All the stuff that we've done before, remember we need to do it for our whole body. Our hands, our head, our feet, and our legs. There's nothing worse than being out in the cold and getting cold. Cold feet, cold hands, and a cold body will ruin any experience that you're going to have. And you can avoid that by using these same layering principles throughout your whole body.
This is especially important for those of us who don't have hair to keep our heads warm.
Guys, winter is beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite seasons, and by following these simple tips and using them from head to toe, you'll be able to avoid the discomfort that a lot of people associate with the cold weather. Feel free to ask us any questions if you need any further details.
Or the friendly and knowledgeable people at bushtucka.com. Please feel free to leave a comment if you have any video suggestions for us to do.
Yeah, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see other videos and tutorials and adventures.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And come visit us on our website, goactionlife.com. That's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.